Our seminar for today will be conducted by our guest lecturer, Mr. Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero attended the University of Papua New Guinea School of Law from 2005 to October 2008, and he graduated with the Bachelor of Degree with second-class honors. He then attended the Papua New Guinea Legal Training Institute during 2009, graduating with a postgraduate certification of completion of legal training and an academic prize for attaining first place in the subject of PNG taxation law. Mr. Guerrero then attended the Mitchell Hemline School of Law in St. Paul City, Minnesota, United States of America, during 2016, wherein he obtained a Master's of Law degree with particular research on intellectual property law. Mr. Guerrero continues to practice law in Papua New Guinea in the main areas of commercial law, which is largely corporate regulatory and advisory in nature. I would like to invite Mr. Guerrero on stage to begin his seminar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to come down. And thank you to the Master of Ceremony for that generous introduction. Today's seminar is looking at the 8 categories of intellectual property and how an indigenous SME can apply such intellectual property in the production and development of their goods and services that specifically include traditional knowledge and more importantly, this leads to the protection and the development of the cultures from which they originate from. So So what are the 8 categories? The 8 categories are, firstly, you could use copyright to protect the traditional cultural expressions. You can use, secondly, industrial designs to protect the look and the feel of your culturally inspired products. You could use trademarks to register distinctive indigenous words, names, and symbols. You can use certification and collective marks to distinguish your goods. The next category is geographical indications as a way to link goods to a specific area. You may also use patents to protect innovations that are based on traditional knowledge, and you may use trade secrets to protect confidential traditional knowledge. And lastly, you can use unfair competition laws as a defense mechanism against intellectual property infringement. If we can move to our next category is the patent. So this is where you are able to protect the ideas that are based on your traditional knowledge. The patent goes towards a new invention or a process of creation, and the extent of the patent is applied in a limited sense because it is important to share that information with the public, and so more technological developments and advancements can occur. The patent has a few things under which it requires as criteria. So it must have novelty, and this means that the invention must be new, and it must not be existing currently in the existing knowledge of the technical field. Secondly, it must have an inventive step. So this means that a person with technical knowledge, it must not appear obvious to that in the view of that person, from moving what is currently in existence to the next stage of development. So it must not be obvious to that person who has that knowledge. It must be completely new. And the last thing is that it must have industrial applicability or utility. And this basically means that it must be practical. You must be able to apply it in an industry or in a variety of industries. Let's look at an example. So here we have a example from Australia. It involves a traditional knowledge of a medicinal plant. And this plant has medicinal properties in the form of pain relief. So the local community were able to work with the local university, and together with the knowledge of the indigenous group and the technology of the university, they were able to discover new analgesic compounds, and were able to have a successful application and be awarded a patent. What do you see? That's it? Okay. Thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedules to attend the seminar and celebrate World Intellectual Property Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero, for taking time to conduct this seminar with us. I'm sure all of us here and those watching as well online have learned a great deal about how concepts of intellectual property law can assist indigenous SMEs. I would also like to thank Mr. Pokowin, as well as the president for UPNG Law Student Society and her team for organizing this event. And thank you as well to everyone for attending. Have a great day.